This is the Hoka 1.1 Carbon X, and on first impressions, it makes no sense. Is it a racing shoe? Hoka says no, it's 8.5 ounces for the men's size 9, which is a little bit hefty for a go-fast shoe. Is it a day-to-day trainer? Not really. It's very stiff, and the early stage Meta Rocker is quite aggressive, so it's not plush like other Hokas. So what is it then? Well, let's start with this. This carbon fiber plate splits the 2 layers of foam, but you'll notice the plate's wishbone shape, and that's because these 2 sides are trying to do 2 different things. The larger medial side is helping you transfer your weight onto your big toe for a powerful toe off. Meanwhile, the smaller lateral side curls under your little toes to stabilize you once you're on your forefoot, which guides you onto the big toe. How does it run? Let's find out. You feel the carbon plate sort of right behind the balls of your feet. Feels like you're pushing off of a slight little ramp. It's not bouncy like, say, ZoomX foam is or Reebok's foam, but it's just a smooth ground contact where it dissipates the impact forces in sort of an uncanny way, shoves you onto the forefoot, and then you just take off. It's propulsive, but not super energetic. Because Hoka did the record attempt at 50 miles, I expected it to feel best at that sweet spot of Walmsley's pace, which is in the 5-minute range, versus the way it actually felt was better as I went faster. Dipping under 5-minute pace, it felt better still. The important thing to note here is that I'm a midfoot striker. I've talked to heel strikers who don't like the shoe as much as I do. It's only a 5mm heel toe offset, and for that reason, your heel just touches for a moment, but then you get right up onto the balls of your feet again. But as a midfoot striker, it feels incredibly natural. Collar does a good job of locking the heel down. I used an extra eyelet, but you might not have to. You might be aware of another shoe with a carbon fiber plate that's come out recently. So I'm gonna run back into the office in the Vaporfly to see if I can tell a big difference between these shoes. The Carbon X felt like being on a big trampoline, sort of smooth rebound. The Vaporfly Next Percent feels like being on one of those fitness trampolines where you bounce like really high in the air every time. Now that we've been out on the roads, I want to tell you the rest of my thoughts about the Carbon X. Now, first of all...
Well, but you're wrong, Dan. You're wrong. See, I brought some other shoes that I like, that I think we should talk about and compare. It's a great shoe for you.
Why for me?
Well, because you're young and fast and you're up on your forefoot. I'm a little bit slower and older and I'm on my heels, and I had a little bit different experience.
So you're saying I run properly?
I say you run differently.
Okay.
It's all normal. It's all proper.
Sure.
But some of us find things like the Skechers and the Reebok and the Launch and actually another Hoka that comes out now, the Rincon.
I will give you the Rincon. The Rincon is a great shoe.
Soft, flexible, fast, lighter than the Carbon X. When I look at the Carbon X, it's a little bit different than like the Vaporfly was, right? Go fast, hammer, make you faster. Carbon X is a good long run, quickish shoe, like all my friends here.
I actually happen to really like the feeling of that shoe. Jeff, what about the Carbon X do you not like?
If I landed on my forefoot more regularly, it would be a different story. But when I land midfoot to heel, it feels too flat, like I'm working too hard to get to my toes. I can feel my calves engaging too much, and they're just working too hard. It doesn't feel like a fast shoe. A shoe that feels faster? My friend the Rincon here, at $115, by the way.
That is a steal.
I'm gonna spend my money wisely on a couple pairs of these things.
I'm in a unique position where I also have a Vaporfly that I could race in, but if I didn't have that shoe, I would say the Carbon X would be my go-to right now. The Hoka 1.1 Carbon X is out now and it retails for $180.